Hey, welcome back to the channel. It is a shop day today, and there's two things driving shop day. Number one thing is it's good weather. I don't have to heat the shop. We're good sky, yards turning green, which is nice, good mood. It's supposed to hit almost 80 degrees today, which will be nice. The other thing driving shop day today is the truck needs an oil change. Its annual oil change, it actually hit 5,000 something miles this past year due to that 2,000 mile road trip I took up to Idaho. But I'm doing a camping trip next weekend, so I want to get the truck ready. I'm going to be running on the 29s. It is mostly highway going up north of Yuma. It's probably about a 600 mile trip, but I would say good 80% of it, or 85% of it maybe, is going to be on highway. There is a spot where I got to drop into the creek for about a quarter mile or so, which is pretty rough, but I've gone through there and I know I can do it on these wheels. So running the highway wheels, and I still got to get all this crap out of here. This is from my chores day up in Big Bear in the last video. I am not bringing the quad on this trip. Usually I do. It's kind of like part of the truck most of the time, but I'm not bringing it. It is a 2-night camping trip with a friend, so we have a second truck, so I don't need a backup vehicle because I'm not by myself, and I don't feel like loading it. And I'm gonna have a ton of camping stuff because we're gonna barbecue and do a fire pit thing, and I'm just gonna throw all that in here, but got to get all this crap and used oil cans out. And so the truck needs an oil change. It needs to be cleaned out, restocked with beer, because I think we're gonna pop into Slab City as we're passing by. We got one night by the Picacho State Park by the river, that's north of Yuma, and then the second night is in Bombay Beach. That's happening next weekend. So it'll be a fun camping trip. I don't need the quad, not planning on riding or anything. And so once the truck's ready, I gotta oil change the family van, which hasn't been changed in about 3 years. It's hit 5,000 miles on it. Gotta rotate the tires too. So while I'm dirty, that'll be it. The Benz doesn't need anything. Just get it fired up and moved outside, and then I have to rotate the wheels on my Chevy Bolt. That'll be the first thing before I get totally greasy. Rotate the wheels on the clean car. But let me get this place opened up, get some warm air in, get them windows open. Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna get the TV going. I'm gonna listen to the news because I can film with the news. The music I can't film because it's copyright in the background, but it's always good to have noise in the background. I've been out for a week. Been out in Hawaii for a family vacation, which was great. No, there's no video. Not filming, not posting family vacations. That's not what the channel's about. So it would be nice to catch up on some news. What news do I watch? Well, the free kind, because I don't pay for subscriptions. I do for some, but not for crazy ones. Gonna hit this one, and
with weeks to go until opening day.
So we'll see what's going on in the world. And spring training.
Bill, the magic of spring training is here.
Get that window open over there. get these cars out of here. Hopefully the quad has not been plugged in, so hopefully the battery's still good. Got to get the tires filled up. Yep. I so have not been working that even the beer refrigerator isn't plugged in. Or my hot water heater isn't plugged in, but I'm gonna plug in my hot water heater like that. Gonna plug my refrigerator back in. Lamp is on. All right, because it's been a kind of a couple month low in the shop. Just been resting, not wrenching, don't have big projects. The Benz has got nothing going on. Just kind of enjoying taking it easy. See if this thing fires up after a couple of weeks. I don't think it's been a couple weeks, but it's been at least 10 days. See how this thing does. Get that fuel pumped into the carburetor. Electric pump would be nice so I don't kill the battery after there's oil pressure. If I had an electric pump, I could pump all that fuel out of the tank into the carbs instead of cranking it with a manual pump. Man, this thing was dry. Alrighty. Now, it doesn't take that long to start if you drive it every day, obviously. The carburetors have fuel in them. But with it not moving for 10 days, those carburetors run dry, and then the fuel pump's got to pump it all the way out of the tank. Get the next one out, see what comes out next. We'll get this van out of here. This van is only used to move the bicycles or family things or things that a truck should be doing, but I like my van. I do like my van. It's kind of the family backup vehicle. And it's a great logistics car. I was gonna sell it because we don't use it often enough, but I couldn't get what I want out of it, and it's cheap to keep. It's in really good shape. It doesn't need anything. It's got good tires. Passes smog every time, you know. It really truly doesn't need nothing. Just pay the registration and the insurance annually, and that's probably the two combined are about 350 bucks a year. No point in selling this thing. It does come in really handy. Oh, what a mess. We don't need the blankies. It's the extra blanket and the electric blanket, which we're not taking on the trip. There's no reason for that. Do have a mess going as always. I got get this guy started up. Finally put a new engine battery in there. which was about 5 years old and going. Had to keep jump starting myself with the little jump start button. So I figured it would be time to change it. And I got the camera fixed. I think I may have mentioned that, but I got the rear camera fixed. Actually replaced it. It was the old camera that died. And I just got another $24 camera off of Amazon. And works much better. I'm gonna get this quad out of here. Get this thing fired up and out of here. I am taking the barbecue on the next trip. Need 2 hands for this operation. Alrighty, it's all empty. I'm gonna go get the electric car, get them wheels swapped around, rotate them every 5,000 miles or so. Especially with it being, you know, front wheel drive. It's only 2-wheel drive, front wheel drive, which is good. Because the car uses the front wheels to obviously accelerate, but I use the regen feature a lot to stop the car with the motor. So it also puts a lot of strain on the tires in the stopping motion. Only 2 wheels are stopping the car versus 4 when you step on the brake. And yeah, there's a feature where you can drive it like a normal automatic, but I'm getting used to the 1-pedal driving. So the front tires, you know, get worn out on takeoff and then worn out on stopping. And I pretty much only press the brake when I need to stop real fast, or if I'm just standing at a red light. So those brakes like hardly ever get used. So the front tires get worn out a lot faster than the rest, so I try to rotate them. Nice that you don't have to wait for these things to warm up. This is my daily driver, which is it's nice to drive electric around town, let me tell you, especially when the gas is $5 a gallon. Now this is a 21 and it already has a blown out rear shock. My warranty's already expired. I did buy this used, but only had standard warranty on it. They wouldn't replace the shock, but the shock's $80. It's an AC Delco. I haven't replaced it because it's not really messing with the performance of the vehicle yet. When it gets to that point, I will replace both the back ones, just put in some AC Delcos. This thing lined up about there. Go forward a tiny bit. There's like a special secret place I know by when I open the driver's door on the car. I know when I open the driver's door where the car's positioned on the lift. That's how I get it. I will check under the hood while I have it in here. There's really nothing to see, but something like that. Get some gloves on. Put this on there. This thing's got some little pads under there you can put it on, unlike the Tesla where you got to put the rubber pucks. There we go. Going up. There it is. Here's what it looks like underneath. Just a big piece of plastic. This part's metal. That's the battery underneath. That flat pack. And then the rest of it is just plastic for, you know, aerodynamics. That's really it. It's got a solid axle in the rear, which is adequate for a little hatch, and it's not a sports hatch, but that is it. Disc rear brakes. This is where the spare tire would have gone, but you could tell it's been cut off, so you couldn't actually fit a round tire in there. They made the car shorter, and that's where this thing's got the Bose sound system. That's where they put the sub. Here's the leaky shock. You could see all the goop. It was actually leaving spots. It was leaving spots in the garage. That's how I found it. Like, why is there oil coming out of my electric car? The front brake, the pads are like almost brand new. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. I hardly ever use the brakes, just let the motor do the thing. I don't know if these brake pads were brand new when I bought it. It had 30,000 miles on it and it was a lease return. They could have put brand new brakes on it, but who knows? It did come from the dealer. From the GM dealer. So these brake pads pretty much look the way they looked when I got it 10,000 miles ago. Which you could see. You could see where the brake sat when this thing was parked at the airport. There's an indentation of the brake pad where the parking brake was. And I drove it from the airport and I drove it around yesterday, went to work and back. And that imprint is still there. So it tells you how little I use the brakes on this thing. That's why I do rotate them. But anyway, let me put these back on. All right, we'll check under the hood, which there's none to see. I still got to put air in the tires, but that's under the hood. You got windshield washer. You got 1, 2, 3 for the antifreeze. One's for the heater. One is for the motor. And I think the third one's for the electronics or something like that. And obviously there's brake fluid. You gotta check. All these are good. You know, these hardly ever get up to temp. So, battery's still there. No one took it. It's the 12-volt battery. That's about it. That's it. Not much to it. Get this thing off the lift and go put it in the garage, and then roll the next one in, which is the van. Get this thing back in the garage. It's a mini dirt adventure going from the shop to the garage. There we go. Woohoo! Get a little closer. Give the family car more room. Way the kids don't bang the doors into this one. All right, and that completes the first project. Time to get the next one in there. Man, it is a nice day out here for sure. Find a little magic spot right there. Although I need to crawl in the back of it because it's either open the back. Let's open the back. Need the special key for the lug nut. There we go, one of these doofers here. Put the bikes back. I gotta fill up the tires too. I never raised this with the bikes, and I think the bikes are gonna hit my disco ball. So I can't get all the way up there, but well, get it up high enough to get under it for the oil. There's a problem to have. I can't lift it high enough or the bikes will hit the disco ball and the thing. Yeah, whatever, first world problem.
Some of our inland neighborhoods like El Cajon are still in the 40th chance we could see some rain. Now our inland neighborhoods are going to see that exact same swing. A couple records could break in the mountains too, but certainly not happening today. High of just 67. They don't hit their 70s until at least Monday. And it
All right, got that oil drained. While I got it up, I'm gonna move the tires around. That's gonna go to AutoZone. We'll take the Benz for a ride when we do that. Let me get these wheels off. All right, done with number 2 here. Get that oil change, tires rotated. Looked it over. It's good for another 3 to 4 years, right? Yeah, this thing don't get a lot of miles. I don't think I roll 1,000 miles on it annually. I did let a friend borrow it over the holidays. He had to take a family trip. He put about 1,300 miles on it, which was good to run it. But it's just a backup vehicle, the always ready to go backup vehicle. You know, if we get evacuated, it's kind of when you have the go bag when you get evacuated. I got the whole go vehicle plus my truck. But that is it. This thing put back. All right, I think it's lunchtime. After lunch, I'll start tackling the truck that has the most stuff to do to it. Also gonna try to fix that after I get the truck ready though. I'm gonna try to fix that cruise control servo for the truck. That would be nice on this next trip to have cruise control, so we'll see. Lunchtime. All right, got the next one in here. The truck. There's the boys being boys. What?
What?
How are you guys? What you doing?
They're friends.
Okay.
Except no bullets.
No bullets. I can't go all the way up on this one because of the lumber rack and the tent. So I just raised it enough so I don't fight it. Get a cushion under there. A cushion. The biggest pain in the butt here is the oil filter, which on this Tacoma is in there upside down, so no matter what you do, when you unscrew it, all the oil leaks out of it. It doesn't actually stay in it, which is why I dread doing the oil change on this, because it is always a mess. Always a mess. All right, let me switch to the other camera. All right, got the oil back in, forgot to film. Anyway, now just cleaning out the cab. Gonna get this thing ready for the next trip. Load up some beers. Oh, there's my hat that I was looking for. Load the bottom with some beers. That'll be my eggs. Guess I should wipe the crud out of the bottom of that. You know, dirty fridge. I could pull it out of the truck, but just do it the hard way, as always. All right, at least I got the chunks out. Get some Coors in there. Coors and coffee. Coors and coffee. I got. Can get rid of some of these Ballast Point. Get rid of the beer I like the least. That's a way to go. Load up my coffee. All right, there we go. Put a couple water bottles in there. This one's seen better days. Keep that from rattling. Not gonna turn it on till I'm not going for another week, so there's no point in that fridge running. I need, let's see what's in here. That's the heater. Actually, I'll take this. This is for the electric heater. Forgot. I'm gonna keep this in. This stays in the truck. This stays in the truck. I got the porta potty tent. I don't need all these extension cords. Oopsie. Don't need all those extension cords because I'm not bringing a generator. It's not a cold weather camp. This goes back in the quad. Chair. Those are tools. This is the Porta-John tent, which I may need at I may need that in Bombay Beach because we're camping on the beach. Get this generator out of there. Don't need this guy. I'll bring a second chair. In case one time I went camping, my dumbass buddy, I don't remember who it was, didn't bring a chair. So you always bring a chair. It's my fire ring. My fire ring. I thought I had firewood. There it is. I do have to get another bundle though. This ain't gonna be enough. Gonna take my big water jug. Leave this little guy. Take my big one. Big one works better as a shower and it carries more water too. It's one of those metal smokeless fire rings. I got that as a gift. It actually works pretty good. So we got that. I think that's it. I'm taking, I know what I need. I need the barbecue implement because we're cooking a lot. Taking the 5-gallon for the barbecue. This It's gonna go here. Try to secure this bottle. Bottle tends to walk away. Stays put on the highway, it doesn't stay put when you're off-roading. Fire extinguisher, barbecue. I know what I need. My tables. Take this guy. That comes in handy. Gotta weigh those down. Think I'm good. I need to put this guy in there. I'm charging the battery. Battery's probably got enough of a charge. Yep. That goes there. My jacket. Rain jacket under the seat. Extra bag. What a mess. That's why I hate doing the oil change on this. I got one more tool bag here. Goes like that. Drone batteries, I will fly, but it's too close to the trip. I'm not gonna charge them yet. I will charge those just before the weekend. Put these in there. These were charged. Extra mic. All right, the rest is just before that. I'm gonna take the Benz for a ride though. We will roll in the Benz to go just take it for a ride and get rid of used oil. That's it. That is it. Take the other camera. All right, heading to the parts store to drop off all that used oil. I'm taking you along for the chore. Get this thing rolling. Alrighty, rolling through the neighborhood. Man, this thing is just a pleasure to drive. Every time I get in it, it's like my favorite thing to cruise around casually. This thing's not fun, you know, working the clutch and everything and the gears and traffic. Sucks for that, but you know, just taking it across town, or especially when I go to the East County the back roads where there's no traffic, you're just around 50 miles an hour through the country road. It's great for that. It's hard to explain it. You'd have to be here. Yep. Nothing exciting about running chores, huh? Nothing too exciting. Alrighty, maintenance is all done. Dropped off that used oil. Picked up some new wipers for the van. Those haven't been changed in a while. Slapped them new wipers on that van and I'll be done. But once again, thanks for coming along for a maintenance day. Thanks for watching, and until next time.